Hey everyone, this is David. Welcome back behind the velvet rope. Let's just get right into it today. Another episode of Vanderpump Rules with the one and only Sarah Fraser.
David, I thought of you this weekend because I saw the headline of Madonna, which I believe. How many times have you seen Madonna live?
You know what? Well, I don't know about that, but on this tour, 3 times, I was supposed to go my fourth time Monday, and I sold the ticket. I'm like, I'm
It's a
just
good thing.
not feeling it.
It's a good thing you weren't in a wheelchair. I mean, my God, she apparently she yelled at the guy to stand up, and he was in a wheelchair. What is wrong with her?
And then she
Although
said
I do stuff
sorry.
like that. I do
She
stuff like
said
that.
sorry.
You think he got any sort of autographed, item? It
I
wasn't a
think
guy. I just honestly, to be honest with you, I just read the headline and I cracked up thinking about you because you are such a Madonna stan. I'm indifferent on Madonna. She definitely is such a pop culture icon and she deserves all her flowers, but she doesn't like do it for me. So I don't know.
Well, I watched the video. I watched the video. Basically, no, I think if it was anyone other than Madonna, like if it was like Kylie or it was anyone else, I like a Taylor, God, I think they would have been brought backstage afterwards. Madonna doesn't, she could insult, I mean, the whole world. She's not, no one's going backstage or getting near her. She just doesn't do that.
And I think I'm not a Madonna fan because, as you know, I don't wait for these people. I don't care. Okay. If you have a concert that starts, this is why I loved going to see the Eagles, who are literally 75 years old on their farewell tour. Steely Dan, the show started at 7:30. Steely Dan came on at 7:35. Okay. Steely Dan plays till like 8:45. They take 10-minute intermission and the Eagles come on right at 9. And the Eagles play 1 hour and 50
Guess
minutes.
what? If you know someone's starting late, then are they really starting late if the whole world knows you're starting late? Not really.
That is, then tell people the party starts at 11. But for her to ask and advertise the doors open at 6 and a show starts at 7:30 and she ain't getting her ass on stage, she can keep it. I don't give a shit if she's the Pope.
You,
Pass.
you know who needs to do a tour?
Who?
Because we've already seen Sandoval and the Most Extras. I'm feeling because she has a new song. I'm feeling Scheana Shay is going to start doing a little mini appearances somewhere, and you're going with me in LA. You're going to come, and you're going to have to wait, just like with Sandoval, and we're going to see Good as Gold, and we're going to. I mean, Sheena's cashing in on everything else, as we found out last night, and we'll get into this soon. But Sheena had a rough one last night, huh?
Very rough. I was going to say, where do you think she stands with this group? Boy, I think they've drawn lines in the sand for the most part. It's Sandoval or it's us.
I mean, I really, truly, truly, I very rarely see both sides. I see both sides. Like, I see Ariana's point of like, I have to do what I need to do to feel comfortable and protect myself, which is what she told Lala. And I understand Sheena and Lala, because Lala appears to be speaking up because Sheena's apparently lost her voice, if she's ever had one, when she says, like, I am not okay. Like, I'm grieving the loss of my friend. And if you're my friend, you should be. I don't know why everyone is hating on Sheena for saying, like, I need you, Ariana, to be there for me because I've lost my friend. Everyone apparently doesn't agree with me. People are hating on Sheena. Selfish, crying over Dancing with the Stars. Why are you making this about you? Ariana's been such a great friend to you. I don't know why it can't be both, but people apparently I'm in the minority. And I understand what Lala's saying in that scene in the street where she's like, you should say to your friend, like, I'm there for you. And I understand Ariana being like, I can't be because she's wants to be friends with the devil.
I I get that. I get it. I think Ariana and Katie go a little too hard about Sheena, but I understand that, yeah, they're not going to give any empathy or grace to Sandoval. They have zero. But they all right now cannot seem to come to an agreement. I loved the fight, the blow by blow between Katie and Lala at the end of the episode. It was so juicy. This whole episode was good, I thought, in general. I mean, really, and truly, it was the official breakup of Sandoval and Rachel Leviss. And LVP tells Tom it's time to move on.
When she was like, I have spoken to her at great length, Tom went like ghost white. What? what are you
What?
talking about? And then when he's like, well, this and that, and we did this, and then Lisa's listening very intensely, and he's like, and she blocked me, and Lisa's like, wait a second, go back. She blocked you? She's like, well, then it's over, darling. And Tom is like, oh, shit, man, I lost my girl. I was in love with that girl.
I lost my
Fuck.
girl. That was good. That scene was good. That actually surprised me. And very interesting. I did not anticipate Rachel Leviss being such a strategist in this whole game of chess, but she certainly appears to have the upper hand. And you have to wonder the abrupt cutoff of Sandoval. Was she talking to attorneys long ago and plotting and planning the revenge porn lawsuit and the I don't know if I want to say it was a strategy to stay longer in the rehab facility, but very, very interesting by Rachel Leviss.
Very interesting. And like, if this is a money play, and right, like, look, if you're going to sue and you have the advice of Garagos and Freeman, that's it. You can't speak to them at all,
Mm.
Like, the last time I sued someone,
Oh,
um,
oh,
they
juicy.
they emailed me after I sued them, and I don't do a cease and desist because I mean that's worth nothing. And they emailed me and they said, I'm quite disappointed that it's come to this, and I'm quite shocked at the lawsuit. And I'm like, and it's listen, they said, like, I think if we just could talk, we could like work this out without lawyers. Now, that would be way better for me too, because ka-ching, the time is running here, people. So there's nothing I would have liked more than to say, I would love to just talk and work this out because, yeah, I mean, I'm on the clock too, baby. And like, I'm paying for every phone call. But I delete, you delete the email. You forward it to your lawyer and you delete it. You're like, I can't even respond to this and say, hi, like this is a lawsuit. So you don't even respond. You don't get caught in a weak moment at 3 a.m. of like, fuck, I spent $10,000 so far. I want this over with. You cannot communicate at all whatsoever. If you see the person out and they're standing next to you, zip
They're
your
dead.
lip and walk
Mhm.
away. Yes.
Well,
So,
she played that very well. She seems to be playing that very well. I mean, do you, as we get deeper into the season 11, episode 7 last night, do we think that he is really in love with her, that he is now grieving the loss of who he thought he could was potentially his new girlfriend? I mean, he says it's been over a decade since he's been out on the dating scene. He's never been single.
I mean, yes and no. Like I do think, as crazy as this sounds, I think Sandoval, like, look at him. He's like, oh, and he's in his feelings and nail polish and goth rock and cover songs. Like, I do think that he is a relationship guy, as crazy as that sounds. You know what I mean? Like, he was with Ariana for a long time and he was miserable and,